So I know you guys have seen me already today, but I posted on Instagram a little earlier. I did an Instagram story about parents sending their kids back to school. And I said, are you at this moment in time planning on sending your child back to school on day one? And it's pretty much a 50-50 split, okay? And the other thing that I can tell you is I've been doing a lot of reading. I have been doing a lot of thinking. I have been doing a lot of. And when I started reading various districts and county plans for the start of school, and I started reading about how counties are sending COVID death waivers to parents, where the form states if your child contracts COVID and then dies, you can't sue the school. I've got some thoughts on that. I have some thoughts on the fact that school districts across the nation are holding virtual school board meetings because they don't want to be in person because it's not recommended, but in 4 weeks they are going to welcome our children back. Now here's the thing, because we have never lived through this as our generation. We have never lived through something like this. We are in the middle of a pandemic, and if you don't think that this pandemic is real, turn on the TV, read something about Florida, because that's where I live, and it is the effing center of this disease right now. And let me tell you a few things about what's going on, okay? People, it's 50-50 with the damn mask wearing out there. People aren't wearing masks. It's political. No, it's common sense. Put on a mask when you go in public. I'm going to throw that out there. Number 2. I am a former public school employee. I taught for 13 years. And I can tell you that as much as I want to send my child back to school, and we've not made a decision yet, we've been having constant conversation in our house about what we are going to do. But I can tell you that a school is a living organism comprised of other things outside of students. You've got bus drivers, you've got janitors, you've got librarians, you've got school nurses, you have cafeteria workers, you have teachers, you have administrators, all of whom are not the age of your children and could have a compromised immune system. Don't worry, the kids aren't going to spread it. How about the other people who are in that building? I want you to know, the reason that I came on tonight, because I'm starting to get one of those headaches right behind your eyeball. You know, the one where you feel like your head's going to explode. I am telling you right now that if you are sick, or if you are a parent in the middle of this pandemic and you are trying to figure out what the right choice is, I am here to let you know. I am here to let you know there are no right choices. There are no good choices. You are completely effed beyond belief if you are a parent getting ready to send your kids back to school right now. If you are a teacher getting ready to have to keep your job to accept students right now, there are no good choices. There are no right choices, because this is effed and sideways beyond belief. I am angry. I am frustrated. I am upset for the students, for the kids who are going to have to miss out on a normal dang school year. I am upset for the teachers who have to go back to school when they feel uncomfortable because We have to move forward. Our kids have to learn. At what cost? Death waivers for your back to school form packet? Fuck! What? 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 What is happening right now? What is happening right now? There are no right choices. There are no good choices. Parents who want to send your kids back to school, I told you I haven't made my decision. I am not here to judge you, but what I'm here to say is it's not just kids going back to school. We have to think about all of the angles and all of the people that are going to be affected by this. I've changed my mind 12 times a day. I'm waiting. Everybody is so decision fatigued in the middle of this God-forsaken pandemic that our heads are ready to explode. Every parent is so decision fatigued at this moment in time that if you got up and you went into your closet and you looked in your closet and you said, what am I supposed to wear today? You have no damn idea because you don't want to make that decision. I don't want to pick a shirt. I don't want to pick a pair of pants right now because my brain is mush and I am a parent who is exhausted. I can't make a damn decision because every decision that I'm making at this moment in time as a parent is honest to God, potentially life and death. How effed is that? And you know what? I'm angry about it. And you know what else? It's okay for you to be angry about it because this is effed to the umpteenth extent. We are living through a pandemic. We have teachers who are scared to death because they have to go back into this school system, and students who are desperately wanting to go back to school because they don't want to have to stay home with their parents anymore, and parents who are desperately wanting their kids to go back to school, but they are faced with a death waiver. How do you tell parents, sign this piece of paper because if your kid gets sick with this and dies, it's not on us? What in the actual fuck is that? And we have to sit as parents with these decisions. And you want to know why everybody is losing their ever-loving mind? Oh, it's pretty easy to know why we are losing our minds as parents right now. Think back to a year ago when you thought about decisions that were potentially screwing up your kid. Was it anything like this? Nope. This is so effed, it isn't even funny. And then your kids go and ask you at 7:30, what's for dinner? And you lose your ever-loving mind. By the way, I have a book coming out September 1st called Ask Me What's for Dinner One More Time. Inappropriate Thoughts on Motherhood. You can find that on Amazon because I have apparently lots of things to say. But what I have to say to you right now is that if you are a parent like me with 3 kids in 3 different schools, elementary, middle, and high school, you are between a rock and a motherfucking hard place right now, okay? And the decision fatigue and the paranoia and the inability to control your emotions right now is normal. It was a 50-50 split when I asked people what they were going to do with their kids. Were they going to send them back to school? And then when I said, you going to sign a death waiver to send your student back to school? 18% said yes. Whatever the rest said no. And I sat there and I thought to myself, what position is it to put parents How can you in good conscience put parents in a position to say you have to sign this waiver to send your kids back to school? What? What? I wake up in the morning and I don't want to make a single damn decision because I am so fatigued I can't handle it. If my first decision, my only first decision that I can handle at this moment in time is turn the coffee pot on. That's the only decision that I can make right now is turn the coffee pot on. Because every other decision for the rest of the day is exhausting. We are living through a time right now where as parents, we have to worry about every single thing, literally, that is happening with our children. And to sit here and think about the school situation, I can't. Every time my husband and I have this conversation about sending the kids back to school, I can feel my stomach in my throat. I can't take it anymore. All of us parents, we can't take it anymore. Think about the parents who are teachers. Fuck! Think about the parents who are teachers. Not only do you have to send your kid back to school, but you got to go back to work with these other kids and figure this thing out. What are we supposed to do? 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 Who has the answers? Who has the answers? Who has the answers? Who has the answers? Rock and a hard place, and in the middle, no good choices. That's what we have right now. No good choices. What's the right answer? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I don't know. I don't know. But I know we got teachers protesting and administrators protesting, and we've got county meetings that won't even be held. They have to be held virtually over the computer because they don't want to show up because they don't want to get the COVID, but they're going to send our kids back to school. You don't want to have a school board meeting in person. But you want to send my kid into school. Okay. I've got some feelings about that. What? No, Carrie, I'm not angry about being a parent at all. I'm angry at the decisions that we are forced as parents to make during this situation. I love my children. Love my children. They are my delightful blessings. Love them. I am angry at the decision that we are being forced to make right now. That's what I'm angry about. That's what I'm angry about. And the kids' mental health. You think I don't want to send my kids back to school? I want to send my kids back to school. My kids need school. My kids want to be there with those other children. That's what makes this decision even more effed. I want to send my kids back. I want them to be with other kids. I want my kids to have a schedule. My youngest son has special needs. He's on the autism spectrum. He needs structure and schedules. He needs those other kids. He needs the services that school provides. I want to send them back. I want to send them back, but I, as a parent, am having a really hard time with understanding how these counties are going to send us a notice that says, here's a death waiver for your back to school forms. Sign this in case your kid gets sick because we're in the middle of a pandemic and you can't sue us. What? How are we supposed to make good decisions, right decisions, when these are the decisions that we have here? How are we supposed to do that? How are we supposed to do this? And then we're telling the school districts, you need to come up with the best plan possible. What's the best plan possible? How do children socially distance? Have you met children? Have you met them? Hello? Have you met children? Hi, children. Will you socially distance and wear your masks and behave and wash your hands? Children. No, we'll do none of that. I don't know why they're British, but they are in my head. They'll do none of that. Why? Because they're kids. Kids don't do that shit. What is going on? Ah! It's a heartbreaking situation. It's a terrifying situation. And I came on tonight to let all of you parents out there know that I know you're struggling with decision fatigue. And I know you're struggling with what the right thing to do. What the right thing to do is sending your kids back to school. And I'm here to let you know that there is no right thing. There is no easy choice. It's all hard. It's all hard to do. So that decision fatigue that you're feeling, that constant heartburn that you're feeling, where even the littlest decision, what shirt am I going to wear today? I'm out. It's normal, and we're all going through that. It's normal, and we're all there. We're all in that space. I'm going to be heartbroken when I have to sit down and talk to my kids, because we have another meeting coming up August 1st, and I'm doing everything in my power to hope and pray that the numbers in Florida drastically go down between now and then. But we had another 10,000 cases today. But I'm going to hope and pray that the numbers drastically go down and there's a huge turnaround and August 1st comes around and we have more information. But I'm going to have to tell my soon-to-be high school freshman, can't go back to school, bud. This is dangerous right now. We don't know what's going on. And if you're a silent carrier and you bring it into the lunch lady who recently recovered from cancer, she could get ill. That's a burden. That is a massive burden that we want to put on our kids. No, I can't do that. I'm going to have to tell a soon-to-be 6th grader, you can't go into middle school your first year. This is not okay. This all sucks. Where is the right decision? Where is the easy decision? There isn't any. So don't let anybody online tell you easy decision. Easy decision. It's not. That's BS. That's a cop-out. It's not easy. How about the kids who have bilateral hearing aids and read lips and aren't going to be able to communicate with people because of the masks on people's faces? How about that one? None of this is easy. None of us have lived through this. Yes, other countries went back and sent their kids back to school. They didn't have cases like we have here. They had less than 100 new cases in their country and were sending people back. We're here in Florida with 10,000 plus, 15,000 plus cases a day. We don't have this under control. This isn't under control. I feel so bad for all of these kids. My heart breaks for all of these kids. I want them to go back to school. I want our kids back at school. I want our kids with their friends. I want our kids to feel normal. This isn't normal. What part of this is normal? What part of anything about our lives right now is normal? And Florida's a hot, damn dumpster fire of a mess right now. I know that there are other states that have gotten themselves under control. I understand that. I'm not talking about countries where things that are going well. I'm talking about right here, right now, in this minute, and the decisions that we're being forced to make, and school boards sending out letters to their parents saying, sign this death waiver. We're not responsible if your kid gets COVID and dies. I want my kids back at school. I want my kids to think for this to be in the rear view mirror. Being a parent right now is so freaking hard. Every decision we have to make is amplified. Everything that we're doing, we have to take and look critically underneath a microscope and make 57 other decisions along with that decision, and it's exhausting. We are exhausted as parents. This whole thing is exhausting. So I want you to know that if you feel exhausted and overwhelmed, and if you feel like there are no right choices and no good choices, and you just feel like you are lost at sea, there are a whole lot of us right there with you. We are feeling the same way. Chantel, I have a son on the spectrum. I understand. She says it's so hard to get her kid to wear a mask. I feel you. I am feeling, I have feelings. That's all I came on to say tonight, is I have some feelings. So I will leave you with that. I want you to know you're not alone. I want you to know that everything about this is hard. And I want you to know that the only normal thing during this abnormal time is that we are all feeling this way. Nothing about parenting is easy ever, but this pandemic has completely amplified everything. So please know that you're not alone. Please know that we've got your back. And if people are telling you to just relax and it's fine, it's clearly not. It's clearly not. But being on the fence seems to be a role that we're playing a lot as parents right now. On the fence. I'm on the fence. What am I supposed to do with my kids? Send them to school, keep them home, homeschool them, online school them. But yeah. So I'm here. You know where to find me. I'll be live again tomorrow. And I just wanted to be here with you guys tonight because it just felt like decision fatigue was setting in, and this has gone crazy. At no point did we think that we were going to be sitting here wondering if we were going to be going back to school shopping or getting ready to keep our kids home for another 6 months to a year. But this is where we're at. And it's okay to talk about it and have conversations about it because we need to help each other right now as parents. If this pandemic has taught me anything, it's that we have to be here for each other and talk to each other and support each other and be kind to each other. That's what we need to do. Because this is such a stressful time to be a parent, but we have to be here for each other. So like and follow here. Stay with me through this journey, through this crazy, ridiculous, awful pandemic journey that we are on. Check out, I have a new book coming out on September 1st, which is more inappropriate thoughts I have on parenting. It's called Ask Me What's for Dinner One More Time. So I just want you to know you're not alone. There are no good and no right choices right now. We've got your back. Goosfraba. 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 Good night.